Now from the north shore of the Allegheny River, we're inside beautiful PNC Park in Pittsburgh. And tonight, game 2 of this 3-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Stay tuned for Pirates baseball next. Trevor Williams will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
Here's Starling Marte. First shot for him here as he enters play, currently leading the senior circuit in batting. Now the pitch. And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. Dero, Dan, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, Dero, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. Dero, getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games.
And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Mark DeRosa, what you got on this lineup as they try to clinch a division title?
Well, Matty, one thing that jumps out at me, and it's eye-popping, is the fact that this team leads the league in slugging percentage. And they do it in a variety of different ways. It's just not the long ball. Ton of guys in this lineup that can move the ball into gaps, take extra bases. Just great offensive approaches up and down. Be on the lookout for some guys looking to do some serious damage today.
Pollock is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Third baseman, Matt Chapman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. Here comes the first pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Hey, you know, Dero, Rusty Valentine, he's known for having a high and a low strike zone, but he's pretty good east and west. You better keep it on the corners.
Yeah, I'm okay with Rusty's zone, without question. You know he's going to elevate. It's north-south, so you're aware of it. As a veteran player, you can live with that.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
On the ground to third. Frazier scoops it up, and the throw is off target there, so he'll reach first base safely.
Man, errors are never welcome, but to make one with 2 outs in the first is especially painful. Now your pitcher has to make extra throws, and that could make the difference in how long he lasts in this game.
Settling in now, Franz Reyes, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Let's win, Pirates, come on.
Here comes the 0-1. Line towards center field. In there, a base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Last pitch was a fastball, tries to double up with the same piece of cheese, and it gets turned around. Nice piece of hit.
In is Jorge Soler, as he'll cut on and miss it. A good slider at the knees for strike 1. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Soler comes into play with a slugging percentage over .490, just shy of .500. So he's looking to inch closer to that nice plateau right here. Rounded down the third baseline. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. Throw on to first will be in time, and the Marlins can't cash in here, and that ends the inning. Masahiro Tanaka gets the ball for Miami in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matty D, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last 3 starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
And here's how Clint Hurdle set his Pirates lineup for this one. What's your take as they try to get back to their winning ways, D-Row?
Yeah, Matty, the thing I'm focused on with this lineup is the fact that they love to run. They lead the league in stolen bases. They're not afraid to take that extra bag. It's going to put the defense on their heels. Be on the lookout for that today.
No balls and a strike to count. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting third baseman, Adam Frazier.
And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. He pulls this one into right. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. He's around second now as they're still searching for it out there. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Batting fourth.
And that triple could not have come at a better time. The team has really struggled the last few games trying to get over the hump, and they're looking for anything good to happen to them, and I'd say that triple definitely qualifies. They are fired up.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
These are the moments you can't relax. You never know when you're going to be able to score a few runs off a great pitcher. Here's the spot right here early. Have to find a way. You're happy with one, but if...
Well, the first baseman is under it to make the play, and that retires the side. No damage done after the 2-out triple. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. So digging in now, Garrett Cooper. First shot for him here. 2 hits and 5 trips a night ago. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one stayed up a little high. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. Shot to third. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. 0-1 the count. Cooper gets his lead at first, nobody out. Behind 0-2 now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Dickerson's there. 1 out.
Time for a look at the Buccos on D. And let's focus our attention on one of the most dynamic defenders in our sport, and that's shortstop Jose Iglesias. I want to tell one of our camera guys, do not take your lens off this guy, because he is going to make a highlight reel play every game, and I guarantee something goes down today.
First pitch on its way. Swinging a soft liner, and that's in there. Base hit.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
He's set, and the pitch. Good bite to the sinker there as it's chopped foul at home plate. No score here as we play inning number 2. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, I'm a little shocked right there. Double play situation, he doesn't go with the sinker. He goes with the ordinary fastball in that situation.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And that's a fair ball as it's through into right field. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Dan, that's a nice RBI base hit on a hard grounder down the first baseline. If the first baseman's holding him right there, it's probably a double play, but not the case.
No question about it, D-Roll. Sometimes it's a game of inches, and that ball hit where vacated where the first baseman, if he was holding on, that would probably have been one of those 3-6-3 double plays. Instead, it's down the line for a base hit.
In now, Starling Marte, as he'll take a look at ball 1. This year against right-handed pitching, Marte is hitting over 350 up in the high 300s.
Matty, great matchup right here. He's been absolutely hammering right-handed pitching all season long.
The 1-0 home. Hit on the ground to third. Scooped up. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Time for a quick break, then back to PNC Park after this. Stepping in, Gregory Polanco, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Gregory Polanco.
Ball 1.
Well, that's a great take there, right there, on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
Missed with a slider. Bounce towards the second baseman. And that's the first out.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. And guys, can we focus on something real quick? There's 3 of them out there. 3 gold gloves on the defensive side of the ball. That's just special right there. Look for some highlight reel plays in this one.
Digging in the switch hitter, Josh Bell. Here's the first pitch to him. Boy, good bite on the slider, and it just missed inside. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. And he's going to make the play over toward his right, and there are 2 away now.
Second baseman, Kevin Kramer.
Coming to the plate now, Kevin Kramer. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Kramer Playing here in his age 26 season. He was taken in the second round back in the 2015 MLB draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Down in order go the Pirates. They still trail 1-0. So coming to the plate, Chris Taylor, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
Chris Taylor.
First pitch coming, here it is. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Oh, look at the sliding stop. It's there, and he's out.
Wow, what a great show of range there. This ball looked like it might get through up the middle, but check out the sliding stop, and that's going to take him right into a good throwing position where he's able to get enough on the throw to get him out at first.
Hit hard, but foul.
When that thing goes whistling into the stands, you hope someone brought their glove and is able to get leather on it.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. One out, nobody on. Line drive to left. Dickerson is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are two gone now.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Standing in now, Franz Reyes. He swings and grounds it to short, right to Iglesias. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They lead it 1-0. Stepping up now, Cesar Rincon. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2. Hit on the ground out to short. Taylor's got it. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. So with one away in the inning, we'll give you a look at the current standings entering play. As you can see that these guys have a pretty good stranglehold on the division to this point. Coming to the plate now, Trevor Williams. Now here it comes. In there for strike 1, 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. A fastball that just misses inside.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Trevor Williams becomes out number 2 this inning. Now at the plate, A.J. Pollock looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And he gets ahead 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he takes strike 2.
When you're facing a guy with this many pitches in his repertoire, I say throw everything out. 0-2, he's sitting fastball.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. They trail this one 1-0. So stepping in, Jorge Soler. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here comes the first pitch. Strike one to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Pirates' Road to the Show report. 2 guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now. So striding in, Garrett Cooper. He reached on a single in his first try. Now here's the pitch. A bouncer up the middle. Kramer is up with it. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Standing in, Ketel Marte. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
You know, we saw these guys around the cage during batting practice, and they told us they were going to be aggressive. I think this is getting a little ridiculous. They better watch themselves. If they don't start putting balls in gaps, this guy's going to find himself in the 8th inning cruising.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This is hit out to right. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. Miami down in order, but they lead it 1-0. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's set. Here it comes. Sliders in for a strike.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Bat explodes as this has popped up, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Hit out towards second. Marte fields it cleanly, and the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Adam Frazier.
Now batting, Adam Frazier. He found his way over to third via a triple in his first at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a strike. Here's the 0-2. Fouled away. Here comes another 0-2. Hit hard back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single. So make it 2 hits for him now on the night as this one finds its way into center. And as you can see there on the team leaderboard, he's currently tops on the ball club in that department as we approach the final month of the season. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Corey Dickerson. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one stayed too low apparently.
Don't be shocked if he doesn't go right back to that splitter again. He's looking for a double play, and that pitch certainly has enough depth on it to get him a ground ball.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1.
Snuck that high hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
Here's the 1-1. Started that swing a bit too early. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
Here's Gregory Polanco as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Called strike 0-2. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. One left for Pittsburgh. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Digging in, Ari Perez. He singled his last time up.
Ari Perez.
First pitch on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Polanco has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The pitcher, number 19, Masahiro Tanaka.
Striding into the box, Masahiro Tanaka. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First pitch coming, here it is. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he might be able to finish this one.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Starling Marte.
Here's Starling Marte. Here comes the first pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. To his left, Frazier. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 4 pitches, all it takes to do in the Marlins. But they're on top 1-0. Josh Bell the next to hit. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First offering on its way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. The 1-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
50th pitch of the game on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Grounder down the line at third, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 pitch. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
Into the box now, Cesar Rincon. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation. So making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Third home run for him on the year, and it gives the Pirates a 2-1 lead.
Man, he's kicking himself after that pitch. As soon as it left his hand, he knew it was a mistake. The next thing he knew, it was screaming through the night sky and over the fence.
Into the box, Trevor Williams. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
The 2-1 is taken for strike two. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a two-run shot, but that at-bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go A.J. Pollock. And he's at risk of the old hat trick. 2 strikeouts on his line so far.
Yeah, and it seems like these hat tricks and golden sombreros are a lot more common than they were.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Digging in once again, Chris Taylor. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. Pitch on the way. A ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. 2-1.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
To third. Frazier right there. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Ready once again, Matt Chapman. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First pitch coming, here it is. Line drive to left. Dickerson is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
In now, Franz Reyes. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there, it's strike 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Marlins. Our score remains 2-1. In now, Jose Iglesias. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
The shortstop, Jose Iglesias.
First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider. Hit sharply on the ground. And there's one down now.
Now batting, third baseman, Adam Frazier.
And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Corey Dickerson.
Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup batter, Corey Dickerson. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. No balls and 1 strike. Tanaka pauses. Here he comes 0-1. And that one just missed outside.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there, that backdoor slider. That's a very difficult pitch to throw, and particularly throw for a strike. Just missed that outside corner right there, but a good pitch and a tough take there by the hitter.
Hit on the ground is short. Gloved by Taylor. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Down in order go the Pirates, as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back here in Pittsburgh, it's on to the 7th inning with the Pirates leading in this one, but before the inning gets underway, let's check out the game summary to this point. In is Jorge Soler. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
This is line to left. Dickerson is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Standing in now, Garrett Cooper. Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Think there's any justice in the game, watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Now here's Clint Hurdle out of the Pittsburgh dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change, as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Richard Rodriguez enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. No balls and a strike to count. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
0-2.
And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
Well, this has been a completely different performance from the offense that we saw yesterday. They were looking like the 27 Yankees 24 hours ago, but they've been held in check so far in this one. That's kind of how baseball goes, though.
At the plate, Ari Perez, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch of the at-bat. Liner into right center. That's a base hit.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out all ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in. He's able to drive that for a nice center.
Let's go, Pirates!
Stepping in now, Masahiro Tanaka. A shot down the first baseline. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Ready for another chance? Gregory Polanco. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch on its way. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway.
They haven't gotten much going against this guy so far in this one. He's been pitching well. And one of the key numbers to look at, first pitch strikes over 70% so far in this outing.
That's on the inside corner to put him behind here. 0-2.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, as in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch, that slider down and in. Really, the only way you're going to be able to hit that pitch is if you're looking for it down and in, and still then, it's a really difficult pitch to hit.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Popped him up. Chapman has room in foul territory. 1 away.
First baseman number 55. Down.
Now at the plate, Josh Bell. A fly out and a single for him so far. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. A count of 1-1 to the Pirates' first baseman. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And he struck him out. And that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Now batting.
Digging in now, Kevin Kramer. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Tanaka pauses. First pitch on its way. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. They lead it 2-1. And Clint Hurdle's out to have a conference at home plate, so it appears we'll see a double switch here. Kyle Crick will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Pablo Reyes is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. Ready now, Starling Marte. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Oh, that one got the pitcher. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, or probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, I'm going to have to do it right now.
First offering on its way. Leaves a changeup high for a strike. Marte on at first, nobody out. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
The 1-2. Chopped in front of home plate. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The batter, third baseman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman. Now a look and a throw back to second. Don't want to forget about him. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2. 1 run, 7 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Pickoff move to second, and the runner will get back standing. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck. A throw behind the runner at second, and he's back easily. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a line drive, and he may have just tied the ball game. That's down for extra bases. As he arrives at second without a play, as this game is tied late with a run scoring away from the play.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen. I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sink and cut. That is unbelievable. He's able to get that knock in that big spot.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The 1-1 home is taken for ball 2.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
The 2-1 is taken, ball 3.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
strike, and it's full 3-2. Swing, and oh my, hit him with the high. Gone! A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. So a 2-run shot to left center as they take the lead. It's now 4-2.
Boy, this guy just keeps going on. His 40th home run of the season, and he's not done yet. He keeps this up, he's definitely going to be in the conversation for some of the year-end awards.
Now batting, left fielder, Jorge Soler.
In is Jorge Soler as he hits one on a line to left field. This will hang up just long enough to be run down in shallow left for a tough second out.
The first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
At the plate, Garrett Cooper.
Here we go, guys. Come on.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
That was a strike.
Hit back up the middle. Iglesias to his left. He's there. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, and the Fish have taken a 4-2 lead. Leading off the inning, Cesar Rincon, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Stepping into the box, Pablo Reyes. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. First pitch on its way. Here's a strike.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking the zone right here. He has a chance for a quick inning. He is not nibbling. Everything is catching those 17 inches.
And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA. And as you can see right there, he's up near the top in the National League, currently 3rd best. So the Pirates batting order turns over and set to go. A.J. Pollock 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. A 1-1 count to the Pirates leadoff hitter.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss. Lays off 2-2 now. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Pirates. They trail it here 4-2. Edgar Santana enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the ninth. Here comes the first pitch. And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. Santana has proven to be a guy that throws strikes coming out of the pen and doesn't walk a lot of batters.
Boyd, every manager and pitching coach, Matty V, they love to bring a guy in that they know one thing. He's going to throw strikes and not beat himself, and this guy is certainly not afraid to attack the strike zone.
And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike two. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike three called anyway, and that's out number one.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Into the box, Ari Perez. As he lifts it in the air to right field. Polanco has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Up next for the Marlins, pitcher, Masahiro Tanaka.
Martin Maldonado will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 15, Martin Maldonado.
And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and the inning continues. And that'll bring in Starling Marte with two away.
Center fielder number 6. Starling Marte.
Here's Starling Marte. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
I can't speak from experience, but that's got to feel good right there. Throwing a nasty changeup first pitch and getting a swing and a miss on it. Now he pretty much opened up any pitch in his arsenal.
Comes set, and the 0-1. Hit down the third baseline. Fielded cleanly. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. One left for Miami, but they still lead this one 4-2. Trey Guerrero is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth.
Trey Guerrero.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Hey, not an easy thing to do to try to come back and tie a game or take the lead off of a guy like this, one of the game's elite closers.
Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
I'm surprised we're seeing so many late swings on fastballs. If there's one rule of thumb in the game, get to the heater.
And this pitch is up and in as he backs away. It's ball one. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Another 2-2 offering. And he fouls this one off. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away. There's a look at the final line for the Marlins starting pitcher. He was great all night long. And that will bring in Adam Frazier. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. The windup and the 0-1. Popped him up. Perez has a play. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, left fielder, Corey Dickerson.
Digging in to try it again, Corey Dickerson. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Here comes the first pitch. Sliders in for a strike.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher to get ahead right there. You know you got a star hitter at the plate. He's not afraid to go to 2 strikes or go deep in the count. That's what you have to do. You have to put him at a disadvantage with the count.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Two-run game, last of the 9th with 2 away. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little.
And the Marlins have made believers of us all. They're the champions of the NL East.
Man, a hitter must feel hopeless against that kind of gas. That final pitch was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and this thing is over.
4-2 the final score tonight. Miami with their 103rd win to set the pace in the division. Masahiro Tanaka earns a league-best 20th win as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Trey Guerrero hammers down the save, his 41st of the year. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Miami Marlins, 4 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Pirates, 2 runs on 4 hits. 1 error. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 52 minutes. A reminder that extra tea service to the South Hills is available across the bridge at either the Wood Street or Gateway Center station. 33X West busway buses are also available with service to Carnegie, Bell, Crafton, and Sheridan stations. Also, return trips to Station Square on the Gateway Clipper fleet are available outside the stadium for 1/2 hour after the final pitch.